Virgo, connecting in with your energy, I was guided to pull out the rose quartz here. So there is a need to focus on love, self-love, and just love in general. It is the strongest energy. So interesting. That may resonate. You may be called to rose quartz at this time for some. And I've pulled your pre-shuffled oracle, which is number 62, Wild Woman. And it's actually interesting because there is a focus on the heart chakra here, the heart space again. So I want to pull from the messages from the book. So live here with me while I grab that. Number 62. So when the wild woman comes to dance in your reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to take root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. It's time to have courage and step into the light. The wild woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. You'll be happy you did. Wow. And even though this is wild woman, this is regardless of gender. So it applies to the gents as well. Okay, so again, that's the biggest form of self-love is to embrace and accept self. So that's really powerful here. Okay, let's dive a little deeper to see what's coming through for you for February. So thank you so much for being here. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel called to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, what's coming through? Ooh, yes, I love this. So this is coming out the Destiny Life. Now this is a card that can be flipped either way. So the Fated Life or the Destiny Life. And with you being called to step into your authenticity, it's asking you to step into your destiny life. I love that. The fated life is one that you go, oh well, this is what's happened to me, this is my circumstances, and just accepting. Where the destiny life goes, no, I know I'm meant for more, I know my true path, I know who I am. So this is powerful. Okay, what else does Virgo need to know for Feb, please, Spirit? Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility, number 59. Now this card has been coming out quite frequently, and there's this expansive energy, being open to infinite possibility. We've got think on your feet, Fox Spirit at the bottom there. So when you open yourself to infinite possibility, you allow yourself to move in flow. And when you move in flow, you respond as and when things come up. You're not sitting within panic. You're not planning and prepping to the nth degree. You think on your feet because you are in a vibration where you trust yourself, which I love, Virgo. What else is coming through for you? That rose quartz is really screaming at the moment, and I feel like that level of self-trust, to flow, to think on your feet, to follow your authenticity and your destined life, that is the greatest form of self-love. I love this. Okay, what else is coming through for Virgo? What messages do I need to see? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Yeah, there is potentially opportunities coming in here, infinite possibilities. There's this massive, I want to say, leap step for you, stepping into your authenticity here, and it's so exciting. It's really I wouldn't say it's an intense energy, it just feels really loving. And that's potentially why the rose quartz has come out, because I don't normally get called to stones when I am doing these zodiac readings, so it's interesting. Okay, Virgo, what do you need to know for Feb? Please and thank you. Wow, the Emperor, Aries energy. This is taking action towards emotional fulfillment with the Ten of Cups underneath that. Beautiful. I love this. This is knowing where you're going to, because you're stepping into following your true version of self, not your programmed self, not your wounds, not what people expect you to be. You're following your true authenticity, which I love. This is your energy here. The King of Cups. Beautiful. Following your heart, following your truth. This is very grounded energy as well in following this path. Working with your emotions. Beautiful. What is your challenge? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is slow moving energy, but it is one of value. Interesting. I'm hearing with this, you might feel like you're behind. No one's ever behind. You're always on the wave that you're meant to come in on. Interesting with the water. Yeah, with the King of Cups. Okay, what's coming towards you here? The Death card. This is Scorpio energy. This is transformation. This is also an ending and moving into a new beginning. And when you think about what's going on collectively, in February, we are literally leaving the snake year, where transformation and shedding of the old has been taking place, and we are moving into the fire horse year, which is on the 17th of Feb. So this is beautiful. And what is your advice here? The King of Swords. So this could be about making a decision here, especially around the possibilities and opportunities that's coming through. But I feel like this is the opportunity to leave behind the fated life and to step into your destined life, which is so powerful. I love this. Okay, let's get some clarifiers out and see what else you need to know here. Why is the King of Cups here for Virgo? Why is the King of Cups here for Virgo? Knight of Wands. King of Wands. Wow. This to me is that taking action. Taking action from the heart space, from your truth. The Lovers here, this could be in terms of relationships, but I'm getting here, this is ultimately a decision card. And we know in the advice here that there is a decision that you need to make here. But you are working through your emotions and moving forward from that heart space, from a space of self-love, honoring yourself, putting yourself first. I'm getting like with healthy boundaries, and there's just this sense of peace as well. Interesting. Now, why is the Knight of Pentacles in your challenge? Interesting. We have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. We also have the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I feel like the challenge here is, it feels like it may have taken some time to walk away from this old self. Now, you might even find that with the energy reads at the moment. We have been talking about the shedding of the old for some time. And we all kind of, there was some beliefs in some ways that the beginning of January, right, the new 2026 year, which is a 10-year, everything should have happened from there, where then you've got the zodiac, Chinese zodiac year as well. So there's all these different energies, and it's all about divine timing. You have been walking away from things that no longer serve, old identities, all these things, because you've been going through a massive perception shift and going, I can be who I've always been, deep down, which is that authentic self. So it may have felt like a long time or a long process or a long rebirth, which is ultimately what the death card is, to reach this cup of love, self-love, self-appreciation. And that brings in more love of life, love of what you do, and people. The more that you start respecting and loving self, the more that you surround yourself with more love, people that respect and love you. So it may have felt like a journey, Virgo. So, okay. The death card. Can you give me a bit more on the death card, please? Again, interesting, the energy that is coming towards the zodiac and the collective at this time, it feels like it's shooting out, and I feel like that is the fast pace of the fire horse. You may not see this coming with the Four of Cups, because it's like it's been in the works for some time. The energy has been shedding and the new is coming, and it feels like almost like repetitive energy in some ways. So then there's this build, like, oh, you've been talking about this for ages and it's never come. And this death, this change, this shift. But it also means that you have to decide with the Queen of Swords. We've got now the King and Queen here. So there is a decision around the Five of Swords here. So there is that what's ending and what's changing here. Again with the Two of Wands. Because you're on that precipice of change, there is the part of the Five of Swords, which is winning at all costs, fear, and not wanting to kind of step into this new energy purely because it's just unknown, not because you don't want it. And so when this shift happens, you still have to decide energetically and cognitively, and also your nervous system has to shift and change to be able to move into this space. And that's what's been happening, and that's why it's been taking time, but it's coming in, and there's going to be this truth and clarity with the Queen of Swords of what no longer serves you. Habits, people, places, things. You're just going to have more clarity on who you are and where to take action, where to put your energy. I just saw 343, so that may be of significance for some. Now, the King of Swords, in your advice, why is this here for Virgo? Yeah, beautiful. Eight of Swords is at the bottom of the deck here, and this is that self-imposed imprisonment. So you can decide to take the sword and cut yourself free. You're not actually stuck. It's just the illusion that you are, because you have been moving forward. You have been moving forward slowly with the Knight of Pentacles, because it's an unraveling. It's not a quick boom done here. And there has been a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, grief from so many different things, from your situations in life, from things that didn't work out, but also grief and sorrow for your version of self, old version of self here. And with the Page of Cups, this is moving forward in a space of love and compassion for self, coming back to the Rose Quartz here. So this is a very beautiful reading for you, Virgo. Let me know if it resonates in the comment section down below. But this is your reading. I'm sending you much love, light, and insight, and I'll see you next time.